Ah, ah, ah. If you're here, it's for a reason. If you found this channel, your spirit world is guiding you down this path. And if you don't like the path it's guiding you down, maybe you should change your evil ways. And that's why we're here. How you gonna go about doing that? Oh, wow. I can show you. Oh, I've got the cards in my hand, but I should probably make myself more presentable. Excuse me while I clear my throat and do my hair. Wow. Time to get out of the sexy grandpa hat and get into the sexy path of reality. Now that we know each other a little bit better, why don't you come in here and see what's on your path? This is the Thoth Tarot deck. Victoria got it for me. If you don't know Victoria, well, that's up to you to figure out, because I know her, and the way I know her is no way you ever would. There's love, there's joy. And not that she couldn't share it with you, but that's what living is about. It's about love and joy. But there better be a fair amount of joy involved in it if it's going to work at all. Because love without joy is your average American family. This is the Thoth Tarot deck. And I'm going to go on to do a quick Judas Serpent Tarot reading for you. You gotta be fast and curious. You gotta be vicious with fishes. Okay. You gotta know that you are the most important part of Judas Serpent Tarot. And that's you. Oh no, you're all bound up. It's the damn. What is that? Eight of Swords? I don't know. I can't read this stuff. It turns out they've got stuff down there. It's the Eight of Swords, though. That's a bad thing. Paul likes to call the Ten of Swords the bird cage. But I think of this Eight of Swords as you're all bound up in it. You're trying to find a way out. Maybe the Ten of Swords represents the bird cage complete, and the way out is evident, yet you're not willing to take that next step. That's the Ten of Swords. But maybe that'll come for confirmation. So you are forced to stand at the portal. Maybe the Eon card will be the confirmation card. I don't know. I just started this thing. All I know is right now you're trying to put the cage together in a way that you can at least find your way. And then the next card comes. Oh, that's the Two of Wands. That means you choose a path, and it's based on ambition, not just whether this would be better or that. Which aspect of your ambitions is most readily available to you when you come to this point where you are now? Oh, that's not now. That's in the background. But that's the Six of Wands. That represents victory. Wands, more fire, more of me. I'm Sagittarius, Moon in Cancer, and Taurus rising. Yeah, I've been called, what do you call it, an astronomical ball of shit. I got it all. Um, except the pentacles, but you cannot have earth without fire, water, and fucking spirit. The earth itself would be nothing, just a rock. And with this rock we're living on, there's life and love and a drive to move forward. So that's your victory. We just accomplished something. That's right there in the background. So that's moving forward. I'm going to make this fast. What's that? I can hardly see it. Oh, it's the Devil card. That's Victoria's uh, Supreme Main Power card. She's Capricorn. The Devil card. That's right beneath the surface. That means we're coming in full bore. The Devil is just power and driving towards something. It's not necessarily an evil thing. They just equate it that way, I suppose. But the Devil card has a direction, a path, and it's going to drive its fucking horns that way. It's going to go, it'll climb that mountain or it'll go into a fence and get stuck. But by the looks of it, we're fixing the cage right there, and that path comes above us. And then, oh, what's that? Oh, that's the harder temperance card. Ding ding. I'll smoke to that. Smoke to El Condoro. Hey, smoke to the condor, man. Breathe your fire up with your prayers. You got the art of temperance art. Temperance card art. It's it's our main power card is Sagittarius. And so here we've got Devil card, we've got art of temperance card, we've got the yeah. There's that. That's up top. We're getting it all put together, and then there's that one. It's it's the Princess of Pentacles. It you see, there's stuff in the ground that's gonna grow when the spring sunlight comes and the rains wash over us like a bath, cleansing the detritus of the passing season. That's going forward. That's going from the path of victory all across those two fucking lines. Which way we going? We already fixed the bird cage, which, oh, we've got two ways out of the bird cage since we put it back together and we were smart about it and driven. That's the art or temperance card. He said, give them two ways out. Okay. And then we've got her. She's there. She's got all the resources available. And then we start on the serpent thing. Oh no, I guess that's the Nine of Pentacles. They say good things about that. That's good fortune and action. What's that? That's the Knight of Wands, baby. He's thinking, but he's looking to the future, and he's driven by the fire within. Um, He's yes. Well, the fire is mine, but this is Juan's. This is an air sign. Yes, you're very good. I love you. See, I told you it's about love on the planet. This fucker. This isn't the place we are right now. That's that's the one that says, "Oh, I'm thinking, I'm picking my directions. I may be going fast, 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 coming up on a 35-mile-an-hour curve that doesn't have a sign until you're coming up over the rise and see it, and it's like, oh no, and it's drizzling, and you're doing 80 on an unknown country road, and you decide as you're sliding sideways about to barrel into a pile, a little grove of trees in a damn a ditch, a hole, a fucking canyon. And at the last minute, you decide, I can't barrel roll into this. And you turn the wheels back in so you go straight over that. Oh no, straight over that fucking ledge, straight into it. Doosh, doosh, doosh. And these trees about that big around, they just set you slowly down on a pile of rocks at the bottom. And you go, ha ha ha. You could have been killed. I mean, the neighbors heard it, but they didn't say anything. They're like, oh, somebody got in an accident. Uh, it was me. They knew my dad. They told him. I heard it in the night. Crash! Choo, 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 choo. I could have been the guy, or whoever you may be, could have been at the guy at the bottom of the damn dirt road in another place, run into a tree that my dad's mother found dead. But no, I wasn't that man because I thought quickly and moved the direction, as is the Knight of Swords. I guess that is. I don't know. I might be wrong about that one. I'm not very good at the swords and the wands. I'm more on the fire. And then we get the Eight of Cups in that place. And Paul was just talking about it on the one I'm watching right now. The Eight of Cups. This is where we're going. This is basically why I even pulled this reading out so I could go into what Paul's talking about. So I don't know if we'll have an intermission or not. Yeah, I'll do an intermission and I'll link these things together before I start talking about Paul after my reading. But there's the Eight of Cups. That's that's a place. It's like it's just draining your emotions. And the thing is, it's not always the worst thing. And then at the top, the 10th phase, that's the Prince of Cups. That's air of water. That's that's thought in an emotive state. How are we going to deal with it this time? Do we let the emotions in? Do we miss them? Did we ever need them? Something like that. And at this point, I'm not even going to bother shuffling cards. Yeah, I got to. We use uh, universal weight tarot deck. I just basically follow what I saw Paul doing. I'm imitating it, but it's not really imitating it because we've got some different um, understandings of how these things are working together, and some of them were right on. That's why I had to do this. We're going to take a confirmation card. Oh, there it is. It already is. It's the Page of Wands. Yeah, in the yeah, Page of Wands in the Thoth tarot deck. The Page of Wands, what I understand from something I thought I heard Paul say once, is equivalent to the Princess of Wands. And the Princess of Wands, she dances with the tiger in the streets. She says, hell with it all. She's out for a good time. That's that ambition thing. She's young. She's gonna fucking live her life. And she's gonna take risks that other people would never even consider. I think of her as being the soulmate of the fool in tarot. So that's that. Let's take an admission, an intermission. Okay, so I was watching Paul. He's doing my Sagittarius from yesterday, I suppose. Maybe Sunday. I just finally, I'm getting to really delve into it now. And he pulled up at one point. He's talking about the 8 of Cups, and his reading had it in the past where my 6 of Wands is victory. We fucking walked all over those fuckers and we burned the bridge. We're not looking back unless we need to remember something to do that worked before or might be improved upon. We're not going back there. His was the 8 of Pentacles. And he's saying, we're not going back to 8 of Cups, sorry. We're not going back there. He says, there's something back there. And he was saying it's emotional. It's a cracked pot, 8 of them. It's infinity. That's this loop that keeps going. And he's saying, this person in your life. And I'm like, I don't know how that could be. And he says, they have they were draining you. They're vampires, emotional vampires. They were draining you. And I'd already reached the point where I said, I'm not going back. That's way beyond. There was even one time she saw me drinking. She saw, you're on the sauce again. She's just walking by, trying to be my friend. And I said, and she looked at me and she went, I guess that's got nothing to do with my opinion. And I said, so that's the end of that. Try and fucking hang out. Still, he acted like she was stealing my emotions and draining them. In a sense, he might be right. Because by the end of that, I was in my normal state. I felt no emotion. Patience was something I've always been good at. Don't take it the wrong way. But it was just a matter of time before she asked me to get out of there, and I didn't feel anything. So maybe Paul's right. She's an emotional vampire. I don't think of her. That is the only reason I even thought about her afterwards, was because she's really first one that I'd ever encountered that had kids. So I didn't want to just ditch and be gone forever with the kids growing up. They needed to think that she was at least a decent person and she wasn't just going through guys that didn't care. So I stuck around. I wasn't doing anything until I started doing something, and it had to end, but they were grown and they were fine. They were able to retain some kind of respect for their mother, knowing that she had been with somebody that still cared about them after he was gone. That may be totally something that was contrived for the illusion. However, that's one of those things when you say the ends justify the means, means justify the ends. That's when where it really means it. Um, yeah, let them live on with a fond memory. So, whereas you, Paul, you think, look out. You see, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. What I really meant to do here. Hey, how you doing? We are the Judas Resurrection.